Most Americans today are more afraid of Muslims than they were in the few years after 9/11. And so the question becomes, what are we going to do? Some people are suggesting that we really kind of ratchet up our efforts and ban Muslims from entering our country and have all of them register with a big database that our government's going to create. And some even suggest censoring mosques, putting little hidden cameras and microphones in their places to make sure that we're safe. This idea of fear, this idea of separation of people based on how they look or their religion isn't anything new. And so we could continue to fight wars and we could continue to devise plans to keep us separated, but I think there's a much better way. I believe this is an issue that all Christians should be very concerned about. And the reason is Jesus. Jesus, if anything, had a reputation of identifying, locating, befriending people that were on the outside. He didn't retreat. He didn't live in fear of people that had diseases or people that were foreigners from other lands or people that were traders, tax collectors. The very heart of Jesus's ministry was for outsiders, was for the others of society. As a Christian, we have a rich history, a legacy of leaders that have followed in that great Jesus tradition of being part of the solution, not merely people who are afraid and because of that fear hunker down into our little groups. Let's assume for a second that the Muslims are our enemies. Let's assume for a second that 1.6 billion Muslims are the enemy. If that's the case, Jesus had specific instructions on how we are to treat our enemies. He didn't say run from them. He didn't say hide from them. He said to love them. And how do we love them? That's what the Christian-Muslim Alliance is all about. What we want to do is we want to kind of cultivate and we want to amplify the stuff already happening out there. We would love for you first to follow us on social media. Secondly, we would love for you to share the stories. We're going to have a lot of stories coming out about the work between Christians and Muslims and even non-Christians and Muslims, but just about people coming together. We would love for you to get in touch with us and tell us your stories and let us know what you're doing in your community because we want to tell your story.